Like the video and subscribe right now, and Sleep Doggo will help you rest. In 2018 we made something you didn't like. So in 2019. Anyone else wish there was a dislike button on Twitter? We have one on YouTube. In 1952, claims that smoking causes cancer caused Kent Cigarettes to come out with an asbestos filter to protect its smokers. This is so funny. This is exactly how it is with Maggie and Max versus my pitbull Callie. Pits aren't as scary as their rep. A few weeks later. Yesterday was a hard day on the farm. A day full of death and sadness. Had 8 dead baby bunnies, a dead baby chick that hens were fighting over, and Callie attacked Maggie. Maggie has pitbull puncture wounds on her neck and hind end with trouble walking. I tried to get Callie to release her from her jaws and Callie bit onto my arm a split second until she realized it was me, then went back to attacking Maggie. I then had to use my foot to separate them, needless to say, and Josh said Callie must go. I love that dog so much, but she is way too possessive over me. She tried to attack Jackson a couple weeks ago when I was hugging him. I hate to see her be put down, so would love someone to offer her a new home. If you're interested, contact me. She is about a year old, a blue-nosed rescue pit, and is a very possessive and protective dog with a good heart, but some quirks. Thanks. Man who injects oil into his muscles isn't planning on stopping anytime soon. A bodybuilder who injects oil into his muscles isn't planning on stopping anytime soon. Watch here. Brazilian Hulk bodybuilder who injected oil into muscles dead at 55. A Brazilian bodybuilder who injected himself with oil for bigger muscles died on his 55th birthday. Love how the tone of this postcard shifted ever so slightly between its making and today. I hope the lead I'm mining will be used in your paint. I bet my left testicle that Apple will not put USB-C in iPhones. Ever. Brie Larson does not deserve to be roasted the way she is. Like here she is just chilling, not chilling for NFTs like everyone else. This should be encouraged. Who said food can't be fun? Free. Telegram is free forever. No ads. No subscription fees. Shout out to everyone who is watching commercials for the first time in several months. German delegates laughing after being warned about becoming depending on Russia for oil. 2018 UN. Burn old flashlight batteries in the fireplace now and then. The burning zinc may help prevent soot formation, and the metals and chemicals make colorful flames. Backing up China to take Taiwan? You are delusional, and so are the people thinking Russia is going to invade anything. Come back to this comment in some time and nothing will have been invaded. Hey, I'm back. Chamberlain be like. The game's control setup is its most terrifying element. The left analog stick moves you forward, back, and strafes right and left, while the right analog stick turns you, and can be used to look up and down. Alien Resurrection. PSX. Review GameSpot. October 2000. We don't like leaving a story unfinished. We learned a lot from Sense and we are going to try not to do this in the future. Twitter will allow employees to work at home forever. 2 months into working from home, Twitter makes it permanent for some. Iran to join UN Women's Rights Commission. 10 things that are wildly overhyped. 10 multiple GPU video cards. 9. Nintendo Wii. So much potential squandered on so many terrible games, and so few high points. 8. Will Rights Spore. Will it change the world? Will it ever be released? Will it be fun? We don't know. 7. 64-bit computing. PCs can address more than 4GB of memory now, big whoop. We want more native 64-bit apps. 6. Battlestar Galactica 1's awesome sci-fi is now Melrose Place in space. Meh. 5. Downloading movies from the internet. 4. Facebook. Distracting? Yes. Fun? Yes. Revolutionary? No. 3. High definition. By the time HD is finally mainstream, it will be time to upgrade the UHD, ultra high definition, to a sussy EPC. The hoopla surrounding this cheap notebook has launched an entire product category. Think about that. 1. The iPhone. It's indubitably cool, but nothing could have lived up to its hype overdose, especially without 3G support. Face it, it's the end of traditional consoles and platforms. Stadia came to dominate the gaming world. Why Betty White will never be a star. Elon Musk, I'll put a man on Mars in 10 years. 10 years ago. Oh dear. Adult content. Basics. Is adult-oriented content allowed on Tumblr? Sure, we have no problem with that kind of stuff. Go nuts. Show nuts. Whatever. On this day, 8 years ago. Bye bye Spotify. Radio is way better. Putin nominated for Nobel Peace Prize. So when the sequel, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, one of 4 more films in this franchise, came out, I felt deeply ambivalent. I debated if going to see it meant supporting Johnny Depp, an abuser, even though there were other artists, Zoe Kravitz and Ezra Miller, whom I wanted to support. Dr. R. Schiffman's asthma cigarettes. To relieve the distress of bronchial asthmatic paroxysms. Directions. To relieve the distress of bronchial asthmatic paroxysms, smoke 1 or 2 asthma cigarettes, taking deep inhalations. How to inhale. Expel the air from the lungs, then fill the mouth with smoke, and take a deep breath, thus drawing the smoke far down into the lungs. Hold a few seconds, then exhale, partly through the nostrils. If Dr. R. Schiffman's preparations do not afford the relief claimed for them when used as directed, the purchaser's money will be refunded upon return of the unused portion to the manufacturer. Absolutely no one is having more fun on the Oscars red carpet than Will Smith. If Saudi wins, I'm cutting off my balls. I don't think I will be arrested, Sam Bankman-Fried said on Twitter Spaces yesterday, hours before he was arrested. Sotila Tequila says she sympathizes with Hitler. What the actual duck? I wouldn't even say some wild shit like that. We send the EU £350 million a week. Let's fund our NHS instead. Vote Leave. Amber Heard was the perfect victim, and perfect still isn't good enough. She did everything by the book, from documenting Depp's rage to donating her settlement, and she's still doubted. In the Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer you can see 22 coins instead of stars in the Paramount logo. This is a subtle nod to the fact that this movie will make $22 at the box office. Iran may be able to build an atomic bomb in 5 years, US and Israeli officials fear. January 5, 1995. Iran closes in on ability to build a nuclear bomb. August 4, 2003. Iran on brink of nuclear bomb in 6-7 months. Netanyahu. September 16, 2012. Gantz. Iran is 2 months away from nuclear bomb. August 25, 2021. Beware, tech abandoners. People without Facebook accounts are suspicious. Busted. Avatar: The Way of Water will be the biggest flop in Hollywood history. Y'all said Russia was about to invade Ukraine. I told you it wasn't. You were wrong. I was right. Again. Show some bloody humility. Especially if they are not even paying you to act like an idiot. Gonna prank Russia when they invade Ukraine. Day 1. Day 2. Day 817. If you ask me, I'm the best drunk driver ever. Philadelphia. Pennsylvania State Police have arrested and charged an Eagleville woman with murder, DUI and other related charges following a crash that killed 2 state troopers and a pedestrian on I-95 in South Philadelphia. Jayana Tani Webb, 21, is charged with 3rd-degree murder, homicide by vehicle, while DUI, homicide by vehicle, manslaughter of a law enforcement officer in the 2nd degree, driving under the influence and other charges. Chris Pratt says his Mario voice is unlike anything you've heard. He's starring as the famous plumber in the upcoming film. I can't wait to watch the inevitable documentary about how we all wronged Amber Heard. Why must we torture women before giving them a redemption arc? Alright gang, how do we make our show better? Make Yennefer say the F word. Retcon stuff. Just adapt the books. This computer is never obsolete. 64 megabytes RAM. 128 kilobytes cache. 15 gigabytes hard drive. 8 times DVD. 4D GP graphics. 56K fax modem. Google. www.google.com is a pure search engine. No weather, no newsfeed, no links to sponsors, no ads, no distractions, no portal litter. Nothing but a fast loading search site. Reward them with a visit. You should stay at the party. Harvey Weinstein is here. The shockingly convincing argument that Severus Snape is transgender on Tumblr for community of Harry Potter scholars has spent years poring over the fantasy series and has come to the only possible conclusion. The potions professor is a transgender woman. She cheated on me, Mayo. Me at my girlfriend whenever she does literally anything. You underestimate my absolute love for you. Posted 1 year ago today in r/gaming. Your services are no longer required. Lady Gaga had a hater group. Stephanie Germanotta, you will never be famous. 15 years ago on Top Gear, Simon Cowell told Jeremy Clarkson he, the latter, needed Botox. I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me, can I? I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? The will to survive compels humans to run away from danger. So God made police officers to run towards danger. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. CEOs of 7 major tobacco corporations testifying under oath that nicotine does not cause addiction. 1994. Hitler tamed by prison. Released on parole, he is expected to return to Austria. Berlin, December 20th. Adolf Hitler, once the demigod of the reactionary extremists, was released on parole from imprisonment at Fortress Landsberg, Bavaria, today and immediately left in an auto for Munich. He looked a much sadder and wiser man today than last spring when he, with Ludendorff and other radical extremists, appeared before a Munich court charged with conspiracy to overthrow the government. His behavior during imprisonment convinced the authorities that, like his political organization, known as the Volksschule, was no longer to be feared. It is believed he will retire to private life and return to Austria, the country of his birth. Love is sharing a password. Netflix estimates 100 million households are sharing passwords and suggests a global crackdown is coming. Sugar's quick energy can be the willpower you need to eat less. Elon Musk, rockstar savior. How to deactivate your Twitter account. Avatar 2 will be released in 2014 and Avatar 3 in 2015. Click for more information including spoilers. Why the Saul Goodman spin-off is a bad idea. When someone says trust the experts. It's not coming to PC. Spider-Man. Remastered. Harrow schoolboy killed by single punch after telling bouncer, "You'll work for me one day." Cristiano Ronaldo, I want to retire with dignity, not in USA, Qatar or Dubai. Portuguese striker says he plans to play 6 or 7 more seasons. Ronaldo, who turns 31 in February, wants to finish career at top club. I bet my left testicle that Apple will not put USB-C in iPhones. Ever. No more hard work by 2023. Dr. Charles P. Steinmetz, the electrical expert, believes that the time is coming when there will be no long drudgery and that people will toil not more than 4 hours a day owing to the work of electricity. He visualized an amazing transformation in life in 2023. Every city will be a spotless town. That is to be the work of electricity. Also, Elizabeth Holmes brushed off patient risks. They don't put pretty people like me in jail. Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes reportedly told a Walgreens consultant that they don't put pretty people like me in jail, according to a government filing ahead of the sentencing hearing Friday. Elizabeth Holmes sentenced to more than 11 years in prison in Theranos fraud case. Elizabeth Holmes, the founder of Theranos Incorporated, was sentenced to 135 months, or 11.25 years, in prison, capping the extraordinary downfall of a one-time Silicon Valley wonderkind. I was more than happy with Henry Cavill's appearance as The Witcher. He's a real professional. Just as Viggo Mortensen gave his face to Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings, so Henry gave his to Geralt, and it shall be forever so. And Razej Sapkowski. To combat impersonation, we've added an official label to some accounts. We are not currently putting an official label on accounts, but we are aggressively going after impersonation and deception. Blessed, thank you endlessly for this experience. I cannot wait for the world to see what we made. Batgirl. Featured comment. Medexamtils.com. Me and the grocery store. So there's hamburger helper, there's tuna helper, and there's Asian helper. I wonder what sort of meat I should cook with that. The Asian guy in the aisle standing a few feet from me sweats profusely.